Hello everybody, Zephyr Storm here, and welcome back to our ongoing series of Wurm Online Hardcore Survival Mode. I think this is episode 8. Not positive, but sorry about that. I didn't check it out before I pushed the record button. But anyway, so we're going to just look around and see what we've done so far. I was able to start my mine, and I have found an iron vein actually pretty close to the inside of the mine, so I'm pretty excited about that. With everything else that's been going wrong off and on, that was a good, a good find. What else? So I went ahead and made a lantern inventory. I made a lantern and actually a lamp because I didn't know what I was doing. Oh yeah, and by the way, constantly out of food. So I have to keep foraging. So what I'm going to have to do, I think, is maybe excuse me, maybe put in a little garden here for now, go out and forage some pumpkins or something that I can use to make some casseroles. It's easy enough to fish and get some fillets from fishing, but I don't have enough vegetables or whatever to go in with it. So, and then I'm not obviously making very good quality ones, so it doesn't bring up my food level that much. So let me eat a couple of these I just made. The one is still searing hot, but the rest are okay. Yeah, so it's been a couple days since real life days since I've actually recorded a video, because all I've been doing is digging in the mine, finishing the mine entrance, and then digging in the mine until I found that iron ore. So now that I found the iron ore, I can go ahead and show you guys that. And then we can make a large cart, because we're going to need that to carry the stone and the ore and all the dirt that I have. So large cart is pretty easy. I don't have any animals yet, so I'm going to have, because we don't have a rope, because we didn't start with one. So we're going to have to make a rope tool, which I think is pretty easy to make. Pull up the crafting window, remember? And then put rope. We need to start with a rope tool, which is right here. And the only thing you need for that is like a plank and a shaft. Oh, and then a couple other things. Oh, 3 large nails. Wow. 3 large nails and a plank and a shaft. But that kind of makes sense because you got to wove the wemp, I guess, or whatever, into a rope. Because for rope, we need wemp fiber. Wemp fiber is a byproduct of crushed wemp plant. And we have some wemp plants, so we should be able to make rope. So we might go ahead and do that next. I don't know, one of those things. But anyway, let's go check out the mine real quick. So that would be pretty cool. I filled up the lantern, so I think we'll be alright with that. So let's go down here, and you can see what I've done. So obviously this is the way up to our little raised platform that we're probably going to level eventually. So we come over here. I took out some of these trees, and then I made this little path down and into the mine. The problem is right here, everything else I was able to get to 20 slope, but this, let me put my shovel back on so you can see, is 24. The reason this only is 24 and I didn't make it any lower is because obviously I can't dig this down, because this slope is 109. And to dig a 109 slope, I'd either have to start way in the back and then work my way to lower this slope down, or have a skill, what's 1/3 of 110? Like 35 or something? 33, 34, 35, somewhere around there. So you say, well, that's fine. Why didn't you just raise this up? Okay, well, let me show you apparently a mistake I made. See, this is 20. This one's only 16. So obviously I could have raised this up by 4 or whatever it needed to be to keep all 3 of these the same. So if I raise that up by 2, actually this is 4 up here. So exactly that would have had to be 20. So if I raise that up to 20, this one would stay 20. And then the top one would be 20 and it would be perfect. The problem is over here on this side of this one, I was not able to put any dirt in any of these sides, because apparently I opened up my mine and I didn't realize that if you put dirt here, It just slides into the mine. I don't know why. I tried a bunch of different things. I tried lowering this side a lot and then putting dirt on that side. And that didn't work. So, word to the wise, before you actually open your mine door or your mine shaft or whatever, make sure everything around it is the slope that you want it to be. So I couldn't really fix these much more. I wanted these all 40 or more, but I wasn't able to do that. I would have liked these top ones to be steep, like even more, like 60, and then maybe these 40. But I couldn't add any dirt because it just would slide into there. So it was a disaster. So yeah, make sure before you actually break through on your mine, make sure the area around your mine is kind of the way you want it. So I don't know if there's a fix for that. If you guys know of a fix or whatever, let me know. You know, that would be great, right? So, alright, so I've been talking for like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, something like that, and I realized the video was not even going. So, I'm not really sure where I left off, but I'm going to start right back here again, and then I'll cut wherever I need to. So yeah, here's the mine. I went back 2 tiles, made a right turn, went back 1, 2, 3, 4 tiles, and came to this wall. And when I mine this wall, it says, I have it right in here, the cave walls look very unstable. You cannot keep mining here. So basically a dead end that way, which probably means that we're close to busting outside, which probably makes sense. I bet we're right underneath that, you know, the raised platform where we have our forge and all that stuff. I didn't really even think about that. So we're probably going to just turn and go, since this is the 4th tile, we're actually going to go back 1 and then go back this way. So we'll go in the 3rd tile and we'll go back that direction. So I didn't find anything there, so I'm like, okay, I'll go to the other side. So on this side, directly across, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we hit iron vein right here. So there's iron vein. The problem is I'm not really sure how to tell what the quality is. Obviously the iron lumps or whatever that I got out of the, or put in the forge, were coming out, I think, somewhere around 9 quality, maybe something like that. After they were forged, so the rocks I think were like 25 or something, but then the smelted iron was somewhere around 9. So I tried rummaging. That didn't really tell me anything. And prospecting doesn't tell me anything. It might have to do with my low skills levels or whatever. I don't really know. But anyway, still, 11 tiles. Basically, we dug out about 11 tiles and we found an iron vein. So even if it's not great quality, it's perfect for all of our beginning tools, beginning projects, all of that stuff that we need to build. Ribbons for BSBs, or FSBs, you know, nails for building our fences and building our house and all that stuff. I would love to know if you guys know a way to fix that. That would be great. With the dirt sliding down, I don't really know how to do that. I think that if I make this side a garden over here, going up, what I'm going to do is make the middle road somewhere like 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, actually 8 right here is the 8th tile. So this is pretty much right here is the middle of my deed going that way if you subtract out the farmed area. Now if I make it truly the middle, then the road would end up being somewhere like here. So I need to create a road that's going to basically go from here down by the water all the way to the end of the settlement in the back. And I kind of want to do it straight through the middle, but I haven't decided if that's what I want to do. So, which would mean digging a bunch of this out. I think the first tier, like I said, is going to be possibly maybe this level that's back here. So maybe somewhere around this level. Might be this first tier, which will be basically the villagers area. So there'll be at least probably 6 houses out here. 3 on that side, 3 on this side. Maybe 9, depends on how many I can fit. I want to give them pretty decent lot size, so maybe 50 tiles total, so 5 by 10. 5 tiles by 10 might be good. That way they can build a house, make a little farm, raise some animals, whatever it is that they want to do themselves. Make a smithing area, whatever, I don't know. So I'm going to do that for anybody that wants to. If they ever decide to come settle with me and help out my settlement, my village, then that would be great. I'm probably going to build an inlet wall that blocks off this whole water area for the shipyard. The shipyard, we're going to have a shipyard and a warehouse probably right in here. Dock space. I think the shipyard's actually going to take up this actual square. Then we'll have dock space down here and like a little market just before you go up to the tier where the villagers will be at. And then the next tier above that will be maybe all the smithing areas. I'm not really sure. Maybe stables. I'm not sure what we're going to do up there. And then probably the final fourth tier will be where that big mansion slash castle slash keep, whatever we decide to call it, will be. Alright, so we can go ahead and start working on I thought about making a large cart. So we're going to need a cart. Even without an animal, I can pull a cart, which with more stuff than I can carry. I think I can pull somewhere around 800 pounds of stuff myself, and then with a by pulling the cart, but I can only carry about 100 pounds when I'm walking, and I walk very, very slowly. So yeah, that'll make a huge difference. So I have pretty much everything we need already pre-made, so let's see if we can go ahead and make that up real quick. It's pretty simple. We first need to make some wheels. So we're going to need shafts. Take them all. We're going to need some planks. Let's take 5 planks to start off with. Small nails I have already. Alright, let's see what we can do. The best way to figure it out, obviously, is to get the crafting window. But I know that we need, because you can just pull up the recipes, of course, put in cart. We're going to make a large cart. I say do not waste your time making a small cart. A large cart can hold so much more, and it requires, it requires a lot more materials, but you really get more usage out of it. Plus, if you can get a couple cows or bulls or whatever, or a couple bison even better, or some horses, then this is the way to go. So we need a plank and a small wheel axle. Obviously, we're going to make the axle first. To make the axle, we need a small wheel and a shaft. And to make the small wheel, which is what we really got to make first, we need a shaft and a plank. So put a shaft and a plank in the window, like this. Make a small wheel. Obviously, we're going to need 2 of them. I doubt that I'll be successful on the first try, but you never know. Let's try to make 2. And see how that goes. So I love any comments you guys might have about, what do you think we should do with the property? What do you think about the farming area that I'm thinking about? That sound like a good plan? Having it basically like, sort of like pyramid steps going up. We have unfinished wheel there. And we need to make 2, right? Another one. Oh, I was thinking I was going to make 2 of them with 1 piece of material. So it doesn't matter how many tries we put on there. Yeah, so I thought that would be good over there. Right in that area. Like I said, this is probably going to end up being the shipbuilding area. But I'm going to lower it back down to... Hope I moved. That probably was a bad idea. Oh, it worked anyway. Level it down to maybe this level here. Probably maybe that level. I don't know. That might actually be a good level. Still puts the mine down there. That's if now that I just said that, it will all depend on where that shaft is. So I can't really go below that because that shaft I think is actually maybe it's underneath that walkway there. We can figure it out. That's what math is all about. So okay, we have our 2 wheels. We got to do unfinished wheel, put it in the crafting window, and then to finish the wheel, we need a plank and a shaft. So basically, just put the planks in there and go ahead and finish that. And I'll be right back. Alright, sorry about that. So, okay. So, we finished the first wheel. Now we need to finish the axle. I think we'll just add that to the crafting window. Oh, we gotta finish the other wheel. Okay, finish the other wheel first. So, yeah. So, that's the plan anyway. So, our inn over here, which I think I'm going to make the main entrance on floor number 2. So, I'll probably fill in some dirt around it. Except for have like a back door out to go to the... to the garden. You know, the garden back there or whatever. And then... so basically like the basement level will be the cooking area, which will have all the food storage bins and stuff like that in there. The main level will just be look basically like an inn, you know, have a bar, have some tables and chairs, things like that. And then the 3rd level will be where basically where the bedrooms are, and we'll have all the beds. So it'll also work as basically a boarding house for anybody that needs to have beds until they can make their own deed or whatever, or they, you know, decide to build a house or whatever in our village. So yeah, that's what that'll be. And then of course, like I said, there's going to be a wall all the way around the property here. So coming out from the corner of where the inn is going to be, straight that way, and then back in on this side. It's a rainbow. Back in on this side, and there'll just be one big entrance. I'd love to put a bridge over top of it, maybe, where the ships will be able to come in through there. So that, I think, will be pretty awesome. If I figure out how to do that. I don't know. That's a long time coming. And then, like I said, what happened here? Still didn't finish? I'm failing a lot. You almost made it, you almost made it, you almost made it. Yeah, whatever. Then, like I said, we'll have up to the first step, then up to the second step, up to the third step. I'm going to build a road all the way out to the main road, which is probably another 50 tiles up the hill. So that should be pretty interesting. I need more planks. Anyway, building the road, so that should be cool. I'd like to also finish the road, or put a not a road, but a path around the inside of the lake, or the bay, that goes from the inn around the shipyard, and then down along the water over towards Horseshoe Bay, where those couple people that I met are at. So there's actually a walkway which makes everything go a lot quicker. I'm not close enough. Need some more planks. Just take however many I can carry. Do I have enough? I bet you I don't have enough shafts. I'm going to need more shafts. Oh, well, I guess we'll have to make them. Planks. Alright, so that'll be pretty interesting. That'll be a fun time doing that. I did find, I think I had it in the other video that I had, that there's also a rock face. I think it's up here way in the back of this level. Actually, it's the third level. Let's see. 1, 2, yeah, it's this level here. So it's the third level. We got 2 small wheels. Now we need a small wheel and I think a shaft. So let me get a log out of here. 1 log. And let's make some shafts real quick. Log, carving knife, shafts. 3 out of 3, great. Yeah, so what I was saying. Okay, rock face. So there's an exposed rock face of literally only 2 tiles of rock. I think that my plan is going to be to use that area to create an underground dwelling. So I'll probably use that opening, bust in, and either let somebody basically live there and create an underground dwelling if somebody wants to do that. Obviously we'll split out the log contains too little material. I guess it does. That's weird. Bulk storage. That's all. That was it. I guess so. Where's my other logs? Any left in here? Uh-oh. Getting lower. Now, of course, I'm full. Oh, my fire went out. I'm falling apart today. Drop this log for now. And I have another pot. I think there's over here. I think over here I saw some logs. Well, there's one right here. Yeah, he's a good one. Make a couple more shafts out of that one. Alright, so yeah, what was I talking about? I don't even remember now. Oh yeah, cave dwelling. So underground dwelling. So up there, and it's still with low in the mountain, pretty low in the mountain, because this mountain thing goes, or hillside goes still way far up. But it's just gradual. It's not like your typical mountain where it's almost straight up. It's very gradual mountain climb. Like, you know, those ones over there, like these, are literally straight up. This one is more like gradual, like this, but still goes pretty high. Yeah, so cave dwelling. So somebody will be able to do that. There is a bunch of oleander bushes. So I have to look up and see what oleander bushes are for. There are tons on this property. As many oleander bushes as there are walnut trees. So that's a lot. So I have to figure out what to do with that. There's only 1 lavender. Have 1 lavender right there. Well, there's a great bush, but this is lavender. Can't find that tile, but anyway, it's lavender. The little grape tree's right on the other side of that. I don't know why I can't. Oh, there it goes. Right there, lavender bush. Anyway, so yeah, we're gonna do that. So that'll be fun. Then I just have to figure out what to do with trees, fruit, and animals. And how much do I really even want to get into? All of that stuff. But I want to design an area for whoever wants to do that kind of thing will have the opportunity to do that if they decide to ever live in my village. We are pretty far away from Let's see if I can zoom in here. So we're here. The nearest, whatever, community that has a decent amount of settlements together is not here, but like out here. So sort of right in there. There's 3 towns that start with the letter K. I can't remember what they all are. Like Kalambaka or whatever. So 3 settlements right in there. They actually have a tunnel through this mountain back up to the road. So here's Lormere where I started. There's a main road that goes straight down here to this coast. And there's some couple people there, but I don't know if they have, you know, if it's really like a trading port or anything. And then we cut across, came down a little bit, cut across to this lake, and then came down a little bit, and then diagonally came into here. So we're like right here in this area. And then of course there are maybe some on the other side. So I don't know. There are obviously people all the way around the water, but I'm not really sure where would be like a main trading port. I think this has a bunch of traders, but I'm not really sure. So we'll have to figure that out. Maybe work with some people to start bartering some supplies and stuff like that. So we're at 26 minutes. I'm just going to pause the video for like 10 minutes and finish up the materials that we need to make the cart. Actually, maybe we did already. How much? Oh yeah, we did. Let's see if we can go ahead and make it. So we need a shaft and a small wheel. Makes a small wheel axle. A spinning wheel. Oh, that was easy. So we had a small wheel axle. Now we take our small wheel axle, add that to the crafting window, and then we need another shaft, and go with that. The item will not benefit from adding a shaft. Oh no, we need the other wheel. Other wheel. Because it says right there, wheel. Then we need the axle and a plank. To start the cart, I think. And hopefully I can get some relatively decent iron out of there to imp my tools up. They're seriously pathetically bad quality, so definitely need to do something about that. But remember, I am playing on hardcore survival mode, so I started with basically nothing, although I cheated a little bit. I kept the tent because you can't really get rid of it, or I haven't figured out a way to get rid of it. But it does work as a good spawn point, so I didn't have to spawn all the way back in Lormere. That should really make no difference as far as survival goes. Like if you shipwrecked, you would be here, and this is where you would be. You wouldn't spawn in some other place, you know. So that's kind of stupid. But I did keep the flint and steel. Now, truly hardcore survivalists would have dumped that as well, and had to figure out how to create fire, which I think you can do with a stone and a wood scrap or something. But now we put the axle in here, and I think we need a plank. And make a large cart. 15%. Good luck with that. Alright, I'm just going to pause it until it actually makes. Alright, so here is our unfinished large cart. That's what it looks like, unfinished. Now, all we need to do now is add the planks. Let's see, we need a yoke. One yoke, which is easy to make. We need, I think, a total of 20 planks. And I think 5 small nails or something. So, yep, I'm going to go ahead and just continue adding that. We probably actually can just right-click on this. Add to the crafting menu. Yeah, so we need 15 more planks, 2 shafts, 4 small nails, and a yoke. So a yoke is easy. It's just a plank and it's a plank and a shaft maybe for a yoke. Not a plank and a shaft. Plank and a hammer? No. Oh well. Like I said before, if you don't know what it is, look it up. Yoke. A saw and a log. Oh, I wasn't even close. So we need a log and a saw and a yoke. The log contains too little material. Okay, whatever. So we'll do that later. So anyway, just add to the crafting window. Put your planks in there, which are somewhere up here. 15 planks exactly. Good. Oh, and also you want to make the last plank you put in whatever wood you want it to be. So save, like if I'm gonna, these are walnut planks, but let's say I want to make a cedar cart. I'm gonna use the cedar plank that I have and make that the last item that's put on, and it will actually count. It'll turn the whole cart into a cedar cart, and I think cedar has the highest decay rate of any item. So that's what I'm gonna do. I think I have 1 or 2 cedar planks. That's about it. So yep, that's all there is to it. So I'm going to go ahead and continue doing that. If you guys like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe. That would really help out. And if you have any comments, concerns, ideas, suggestions, well, I don't know. What did I say? I don't know. Any of those things. leave it in the comment section below the video. I answer all of the comments as best as I can. So yeah, and then like I said, if you guys are interested in joining up and you want to do some hardcore survival mode, then come on down and hang out with me. Oh, I did want to mention about the whole hardcore survival mode idea that I decided to do. Other than just dropping off all of your stuff at the beginning and walking down without anything, other than your flint and steel and your tent, and I guess technically your deed stake as well. Is that as the village gets built, like I bought some silver just to create the deed, and then I bought and to pay for upkeep, but we're not allowed to use any money, like outside money that you would buy from the game, to purchase better weapons, to purchase better tools, to purchase better armor. Either need to make everything ourselves, or if you can barter maybe with another village or somebody, you know, like whatever, I have 1,000 bricks and you have a really good pickaxe, you know, can we work out a deal or something like that. No gifting items. I really don't want to do gift items from other people if it's not necessary, unless it's lower quality than what we have. So like you come in with a 10 quality pickaxe but you lose it or it breaks, you can gift somebody the same level or lower, but not gift them something that's higher unless they make it on their own or they work with people within this village. So if we hire somebody that's going to do just blacksmithing, you know, if somebody that just is going to do blacksmithing in our town, you can barter with them, and maybe you're doing husbandry, animal husbandry, you can trade them a horse, you know, things like that. So you know, if you're doing a lot of the farming and creating a lot of the cooking, you can trade them meals, you know, all kinds of things like that. So we're going to try to just do it, be sort of self-sufficient, and hopefully trade with some other towns, that kind of thing. Alright, so until next time, guys, this has been Zephyr Storm, and I'll see you on the other side.